So in traditional Bracket Brothers fashion, we will now start from the 2 seed and go work our way straight back up to the 1 seed. We'll kind of bounce around in this round. Starting with the number 2 seeded Rugrats versus the number 7 seeded Doug. Like I said, I like Doug. For me, it's an iconic theme song, regardless of Will not thinking so, because it doesn't say anything. But Rugrats, again, one of the all-time greats. Characters you'll remember: Reptar, Tommy, Chucky, all that. Rugrats gets my vote in a landslide, to be honest.
Wow. I got to say, out of all the second round matches, in my opinion, this is the most boring. Like, yawn, snore. Both these shows are pretty boring, but the holiday specials are the difference here for Rugrats, man. I mean, I really did enjoy those episodes, and Doug really didn't have that. And I also vaguely remember watching the Doug movie, and that was an incredible pile of doo-doo, in my opinion. That's just me. I'm not here to hate on Doug. Like, I don't really think it's a bad show. Rugrats has more energy and can keep my attention, and I think that's why, for me, it wins this one.
Broads?
One word, Reptar.
Yep, works for me. Chad agrees. 4-0 sweep. Rugrats with another sweep to move on into our, Elite 8 there? Yeah. All right, the number 6 seed.
Or would it be the Sweet 16? That'd be the Sweet 16.
Well, I guess in all together, yes. But in this bracket, I guess it would be the Elite 8.
Correct.
The number 3 seeded Drake and Josh versus the number 6 seeded Hey Arnold. Again, I liked Hey Arnold. I'm not upset that it beat Ned's Declassified. But again, for me, Drake and Josh, just one of those things it's quotable. I resonate with it more. I go Drake and Josh here.
I made my appeal for Hey Arnold last round. I don't want to make this any longer.
So you're going Hey Arnold.
Both these shows, again, very similar. They're the slice of life in a lot of aspects. I think maybe Hey Arnold a little more. Drake and Josh is kind of, everyday suburbia. And that's the thing about Drake and Josh. It's everyday suburbia versus like more exciting city New York action. I mean, I think that's the clear difference here for me. Plus with all the lessons and all the emotional moments and all the humor you get out of Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, a clear winner for me here.
Brad?
Are you calling me a liar? Well, I ain't calling you a truther. Drake and Josh, baby. Lock it in.
Okay. Well, that leaves us with another tie.
Show's
Hey
good,
Arnold
man.
versus Drake and Josh. Let's see if we can get a...
I will say, before you go to the result, I'd be very disappointed if Hey Arnold loses here. I think that would be a crime. I think that'd be an absolute crime and a disservice to that show. Just my opinion.
Ooh, I think our tiebreaker is asleep, so I think we might have to flip a coin.
Wake her up.
Will, heads or tails?
You want me to wake up my tiebreaker?
You can.
He actually would probably vote against me, so I'm not going
to. Will pick heads or tails.
I can call somebody.
Oh God. I always go tails never fails. We're not doing this. Hang on. We are not doing this over.
Okay.
I can call somebody.
All right, Brody, phone a friend.
Yeah, phone a friend. Phone a friend.
I know I have the Hey Arnold in chat. That's the second vote, Gare. Phone a friend.
Okay, he's coming. Hold on. Looking for him.
I like this.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea who he will pick.
We're phoning a friend. I know, but chat collectively counts as one, Gare.
Yes.
Hey, you're live on a podcast. I need you to make a decision. Hey Arnold or Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh.
Okay, hey.
Phone a friend comes through.
What is the chat saying right now? Are they saying Hey Arnold?
I gave chat their vote.
Okay, chat's pretty heavy though.
I gave chat the vote just like I have on every single one. Their chat vote counts.
We can each call somebody if it's that important because this is the big one. This is the big one.
I have given chat the same motivation, the same weight in every vote we've had. I don't feel as though we can change that now.
Is there anyone in the chat voting for Drake and Josh?
I'm with you, but that's also happened in the other tiebreakers also, where we've had a clean sweep. So I am simply stating that as of right now, if we change the parameters, It's cheating.
It's cheating. I guess it wouldn't be consistent. So your friend said Drake. By the way, thank you to your friend. Thank you for coming.
I'm happy to change the parameters for the brackets moving forward, which Will and I can talk about. However,
can I phone a friend?
If we all phone a friend, then it's fair.
I think so. Why not?
Okay, let's be honest here. This is a big one. This is a huge one.
Yes, and by the way, I'm not here to disrespect Drake and Josh. It's not a bad show. I have strong
feelings. We'll all phone a friend.
Okay, so we have one Drake and Josh. So Kevin, do you want to phone or do you want me to phone?
I'm phoning a friend. I don't know if he'll answer, but we'll see. Let's see.
I got one in mind.
Let's see if he answers.
I tried to pick somebody I know hasn't talked a lot about either show, in our friendship. So
hey, stranger, did I wake you up?
A little bit. What's up, buddy?
You're on a podcast. I need you to answer something for me really quick.
I'm on the speaker on a podcast
right
now?
Yes, you are. Drake and Josh or Hey Arnold?
Gosh, I wasn't really a fan of either, but if you put me on the spot, I would say Hey Arnold.
Fair enough. I appreciate it. Go back to sleep.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Bye.
Hello, world. Bye.
That's fair.
Man, you're not a fan of either?
You truly got somebody that was impartial.
Impartial.
He's a politician too, so that's pretty impressive.
Okay, that's impressive. All righty. Hang on.
This is for all the marbles, by the way.
All the marbles. Let me put him on speaker. Hopefully he's still up. If not, I have a backup.
If not, I will give it to Chad as an extra vote.
Hello?
Sir, my brother, my sibling,
cheater.
you are on.
You fucking cheater.
You're on our podcast right now, and you are the tiebreaker for a matchup here.
Oh, important.
Yes, you're very important here. We got a second round matchup here between Drake and Josh and Hey Arnold. Who do you pick?
I mean, Drake and Josh was it was good. I liked a lot of it, but Hey Arnold by a mile.
You cheater!
Yeah, buddy!
You cheater!
Yeah,
lock it in.
Calls his brother.
The phone friends have spoken.
Lock it in.
That wasn't a friend.
That was
a brother.
Nathan. Thank you so much for doing that.
Cheater!
I knew you'd come through for me.
You're a cheater.
Anytime, Krusky. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Okay.
Hey, we did it fair and square.
That wasn't fair. He called it.
Was it cheating, my brother?
He knew. He knew what he was gonna pick. It's all good. All right, moving on to the number 5 Jimmy Neutron versus the number 13 Wild Thornberrys. This is a good one. This is a really good one. Jimmy Neutron, hard-fought victory versus Danny Phantom. The numbers did not show how close that was. Wild Thornberrys, a hard-fought victory versus Fairly Odd Parents. Both that are coming in this game a little bit fatigued. But I still have to go with Wild Thornberrys. Like I said, it was just so much different than every other show. I love Jimmy Neutron. I think it's incredibly quotable. The characters are great. But for me, I give this to Wild Thornberrys still.
Yeah, I would say I would let me start over. I would probably guess that Jimmy Neutron would be the more popular show out of the two.
And it was.
But what I enjoyed more, I liked Wild Thornberrys a lot better. The education value to it brought that humor as well. That's pretty much that. I mean, there's not much more to say. I don't really think it's even close for me. I go Wild Thornberrys.
Brody?
Once again, I adore Jimmy Neutron. I loved the show. I think it had some very great characters. A lot of memorability, if that's a word. A lot of memories from that show. But like I said earlier, I think Wild Thornberry had, like Will said, the informational factor. I think the characters were very well done. I think young Brody enjoyed it more. I have to go Wild Thornberrys. It's a classic.
I will note the chat in the 2-1 voted Jimmy Neutron. But I Wild Thornberrys. My Wichita State.
Gotta go.
Here. All right.
Yeah.
This is,
How about that?
in my opinion, the hardest matchup in this side of the bracket. SpongeBob SquarePants, an iconic show that has turned into a worldwide phenomenon, and all that. The kids, like I said, I believe the kids' version of SNL launched so many careers of people that we watched when we were kids, and sketches that were absolutely iconic and still are to this day. I can't start that. I can't start it. I can't. I don't know.
Start it then. This one I actually think is a little bit easier. It's SpongeBob. And the reason I say this, all that, obviously a very good show. The theme song, I mean, obviously just being the sketch show, the Saturday Night Live for kids. But SpongeBob has withstood the test of time, has created a meme culture of its own, has quite the subreddit, the Bikini Bottom subreddit. I mean, it's like its own internet language. It's hyper crazy popular, and it baffles me to this day that show, which I remember watching when it first aired in 1999 on a VHS tape at my cousin's house because I missed the first episode, is still airing today. It's crazy. It stood the test of time. SpongeBob clearly for me here.
I love both of these shows, and I think I spoke very highly of all that. I think I gave it its due props. This is not as close as you think it is, Cakes. This is a wash for SpongeBob.
I said
here.
This was for me one of the hardest
for you, and I think you know get better opinions.
My own mental.
No. I'm kidding. I don't think this is close. I think SpongeBob. I hate to look forward, but it's gonna be tough to beat. You know, this is Duke running the show right now. So I'm gonna have to go with SpongeBob here.
So a message in chat just made this decision for me.
Yeah, I see it.
And it is because it is the most iconic moment for me in SpongeBob, which is the Super Bowl performance that they did.
The Bubble Bowl.
The Bubble Bowl.
The Bubble Bowl.
SpongeBob takes that. I like I said, I love all that. I think it's incredibly underrated. But that episode alone, I think for me pulls SpongeBob ahead and is going to be hard to beat. So again, our winners coming through this, we have SpongeBob versus Wild Thornberrys, and then we're going to have Hey Arnold versus Rugrats. Some tough fought victories there. Actually, we had 2 Queen Sleeps, a 3-1, and then a 4-3 victory for Hey Arnold. So there's only really one hard fought victory there. So I retract that statement. But let's start with Rugrats versus Hey Arnold. We'll give the 1 seed a little chance to rest here. Brody, what you got?
This is tough, man. And I think I've been negative towards Hey Arnold this coming forward. I'm glad you picked me first because I think it's an easy choice for me. I know in the first round I talked about how Hey Arnold was creepy, and maybe I'm overselling that a little bit, right? I'm not going to lie and act like I just didn't enjoy the show, right? I think it was a very good show. There was very good characters. It had very good storylines. It had a great plot. It's iconic. If you say it's iconic, then you're wrong. It's an iconic show. But even more for me, and it's just a nostalgia factor. I had all the movies on tape. I had the seasons on tape as a kid. It's Rugrats, man. And I hate to just push the number 2 seed, acting like it's a wash because it's not. Hey Arnold is great. It's just for me, this is a tough one. It's got to be Rugrats for me. It's just it has to be. It has to be. There's so much there.
Will?
Boy, yeah, this one's not close, folks. Come on. I think Rugrats is actually one of the most embarrassing 2 seeds you could ever put in a bracket, in my opinion. I understand why it is. Vastly popular. I get it. One thing I'm going to do to put Rugrats down a little bit more, they didn't use correct grammar. I get it, they're babies, but, I mean, the grammar...
argument?
Yes, because kids watching that show are super impressionable, and they're watching, babies talking their baby language and not using correct English. And I think that affects them later on in life. They think they can just go around talking like that. Hey Arnold wasn't like that, and Hey Arnold was a lot more than that. Hey Arnold had plot, twists and turns you weren't expecting, and I think it's just a little more relatable. Rugrats, okay, you had the spin-off series All Grown Up, so you get a little bit of slice of life there, but Hey Arnold really brought it to you every single episode. Rugrats, there's just filler after filler after filler. Got boring after a while for me. So clearly Hey Arnold moves on for me, not even close.
I have fought against Hey Arnold in every round, just like Brody. I think that it's a good show. Like he said, it's iconic. Will, like you said, it's iconic. I watched Hey Arnold. My sister was obsessed with Hey Arnold. She would fight me over the TV while I was trying to watch Cartoon Network. She
Hell
would
yeah.
watch Nickelodeon.
There's a good reason why.
But for me, I still go Rugrats. Like I said, the moments that I remember of Rugrats and the characters, it goes farther. It resonates more. Again, watching All Grown Up to kind of see the culmination of the lives of the babies that you watch grow up as a kid. For me, it goes with Rugrats. Chat is split right now.
Hang on. Are we really going to just include All Grown Up? That's a completely different show.
I'm not saying
Throw it out.
I'm not including it. I am just saying that in the nostalgia factor, closure is important, okay? And I got that closure about what happened when they were kids. We are awaiting one vote in chat right now as a potential tiebreaker here. I don't know what we're going to do if it's another tie, if I'm being entirely honest.
Let me ask chat this. What do you remember about Rugrats besides the holiday specials and the theme song? What stands out to you? Okay, Angelica, good character. Okay.
Rugrats took it, just saying.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
So
I can't, I'm heartbroken. I'm absolutely heartbroken over that.
It is what it is. Hi Arnold, good show. Fought hard to the end. Rugrats takes that.
The good guys prevail.
They do.
I'm sorry, Will.
Okay. SpongeBob SquarePants versus Wild Thornberrys. I've pushed Wild Thornberrys. This was my Three Musketeers of this bracket. And for those of you that did not watch the Halloween bracket, definitely go back and watch it. Three Musketeers fights very valiantly is all I can tell you. I love Wild Thornberrys. Like I said, it is vastly different than a lot of the different shows. SpongeBob here is just too hard to beat. Like I said, I think Wild Thornberrys is fantastic, but I got to give it to SpongeBob, and I don't think it's going to be close.
I will say, to both of these shows' credit, they both are memed to death. With the Wild Thornberrys, it's really just Nigel, but SpongeBob obviously goes without saying. I mean, just the impact of that show it's left its mark on our country and the world. I mean, it is just it would be hard to find somebody who doesn't know the show SpongeBob SquarePants. 100%. It would be very hard. It wouldn't be as hard to find somebody that didn't know Wild Thornberrys.
I'm with you.
That's my only difference. And again, vastly different shows, and I love the Wild Thornberrys for the educational aspect.
They fought hard.
But SpongeBob is like what Brody said earlier. It's that Duke. It's going to be really hard to take that show down.
This is like Duke versus Wichita State.
Yeah.
You want Wichita State, but you know Duke's going to win.
Yeah.
Brody.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? SpongeBob, lock it in.
Yeah.
Chad agrees. That's a clean sweep.
Iconic.
Wild Thornberrys, you fought hard. We appreciate you showing up. And again, we end with our 1 and 2 seed. Same thing happened in our Halloween bracket, but there's a reason they're the 1 and 2 seed.
You hate to do it.
But there's a reason they're 1 and 2 seed. So now on to the big dance to push forward into our final four that will again be revealed Saturday the 21st is where it will be posted on YouTube. SpongeBob, the number 1 seed. Rugrats, the number 2 seed. I'll start this off. I love Rugrats. I think it's fantastic. It hits home. It reminds me of my childhood. And I say that even more so than SpongeBob in a sense that I think Rugrats reminds me of like my early childhood, and then SpongeBob reminds me of like everything else.
Yes.
So I have to go again looking at what spanned my life a little bit longer, and that is SpongeBob. Again, it's a 1 seed for a reason, and it's a very, very, very strong 1 seed. For me, it's just not. It's not as close as I'm making it sound. I think SpongeBob's the easy winner here, and I think Will's going to agree with me.
Can Rugrats get the hell out of here? Please, please. The show did not deserve to go this far. I'm disappointed that it made it this far. I think it's vastly overrated, and SpongeBob would blow this show out of the water any day of the week. I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. Okay, I don't know. I was kind of stealing Brody's thunder there, just pulling a random quote. So many quotable moments. Come on, people. It's not even close here. SpongeBob.
All right. I love SpongeBob. I think it's a great show. I think, like I said, it's one of the most memeable, quotable shows. SpongeBob is great. But I'm still going to have to go SpongeBob. I'm sorry, Rugrats. It's just, I had to bait you there. Rugrats is a great show.
You had me going for a second.
I loved it. It is iconic in my memory. It's early childhood, but it doesn't withstand the onslaught that SpongeBob presents with its longevity and its quality.
I agree. A clean sweep to get into the Final Four from SpongeBob. SpongeBob is going to be a really tough out for anyone in this bracket. Let's be really honest here.
I agree.
SpongeBob literally was a sweep all the way into the Final Four. Again, to recap, SpongeBob fought very, very hard. Really didn't. I mean, this was kind of, they wiped the floor with everyone. Rugrats had a pretty easy shot to the finals as well. We had some great shows in here. And we will see SpongeBob on Saturday the 21st battling it out versus 3 other networks.